Imagine a giant, fire-breathing dragon who sounds like a squeaky toy when he tries to roar. Heep! Yup, that's Sir Sniffle-Snort the dragon. And guess what? He's the only dragon in Dragonville who can't roar. Not even a teeny tiny growl. Every morning, the dragons line up for Roar-O-Rama practice. They stretch their necks, puff their chests, and warm up their throats with a mmm. Then comes Sniffle-Snort. He steps forward with a big, proud stomp, takes a deep breath, opens his mouth wide, and lets out the tiniest, squeakiest sound ever heard in Dragonville. Achoo! Giggles sneeze. It was part sneeze, part tickle, and all silly. The fireflies stopped buzzing. The birds blinked twice. One baby dragon fainted from confusion. And a squirrel fell out of a tree giggling. Sniffle-Snort looked around, all confused. Was that scary? He asked, hopeful. A baby bunny popped out of a teacup and replied, "It was adorable." She even knitted him a sparkly sweater that said, "Cute Dragon Club." Sniffle-Snort frowned. He puffed out his chest. He roared like a tiny lion cub. He even tried echo roaring into a bucket. But the bucket just shouted back, "Nice try!" Next, he stood on a rock, took a deep breath and shouted, "Wah-choo!" which launched 3 squirrels into the air and made a tree giggle. "Bless you!" said a confused mushroom. But Sniffle-Snort was not giving up. He wrapped a scarf around his neck. He stuck a spoon on his nose. He juggled cupcakes. And just as he was about to give up, he even flapped his wings like a wild chicken. But all that came out was Snorty Sniff, Giggle Bloop. Oops, that one made bubbles. A nearby wizard's hat flew off. A pancake flipped by itself. And a confused goose applauded. Sniffle-Snort sighed.
Why can't I be a real dragon?
Everyone falls over laughing, even the grumpy grizzly troll. Poor Sniffle-Snort just sits there, cheeks puffed out, looking like a sad balloon. He mumbled, "Why can't I be scary and loud like everyone else? I sound like a rubber duck in a rainstorm." He even tried to fake a roar once by hiding a whoopee cushion under his wing. But instead of row, and it went P-P-P-P-F-F-F-F-F-T-T-T. The baby dragons rolled on the ground, giggling spaghetti out their noses. Then there was the time he yelled into a cave to hear his echo. But instead of echoing his roar, no, the cave laughed back at him. Roar! Hee-hee-hee! Yep! Even the cave thought it was funny. Desperate to impress the other dragons, Sniffle-Snort built a cardboard mega-roar machine out of kazoos, pickle jars, and glitter glue. He pressed the big red button. Boom! It exploded in a cloud of marshmallow dust and glitter. He sparkled for 3 whole days. Nothing helped. Not the roar umbrella, not the Be Scary audio tapes, not even whispering raw to his reflection in the pond. He's tried everything. Gargling lava, it just made his tongue spicy. Eating spicy marshmallows, he hiccuped fire bubbles for 3 days. Wearing roar booster socks, they lit up and played polka music instead of helping. But nothing works, so he tried other silly stuff too, like doing yoga with a confused octopus. They both got tangled in a pretzel pose. And don't forget the time he stood on a pumpkin wearing a crown made of spaghetti, yelling, "Rua Sniffle!" Nothing, not even a tiny growl. He even visited the Museum of Very Loud Things he listened to. A lion sneezing, a grandma snoring, and a goat burping into a megaphone. Still no roar. He drank fizzy soda upside down. He tried to scare his reflection. He even yelled at a banana. But still, not a single roar, just tiny squeaks, hiccups, and once, a noise that sounded like a duck doing jazz hands. And that's when he knew he needed more than socks and silly poses. So, Sniffle-Snort packs his jelly bean backpack and sets out on a quest to find his roar. But first, he needs snacks. Lots of snacks. So he stuffs his bag with marshmallow pickles, spaghetti-flavored lollipops, and one mysterious donut that keeps whispering, "Don't eat me!" Then he waves goodbye to his dragon buddies, trips over his tail twice, and marches off with a very serious face, while stepping into every single mud puddle along the way. Squelch! Splish! Splush! At one point, he even high-fives a confused frog wearing sunglasses. Suddenly, splat! A rainbow banana falls from the sky. Yup, just falls. Sniffle-Snort looks up, and then a gigantic, glittery goose on roller skates zips past yelling, "Look out! I lost my sandwich!" Sniffle-Snort ducks. The sandwich hits a tree. The tree says, "Ow!" Wait, trees can talk now? He shrugs. This quest is getting weirder by the minute. Then, out of nowhere, the sky turns purple polka dot for 5 seconds. Why? No one knows. Not even the narrator. Sniffle-Snort steps into a bush. The bush sneezes. "Bless you," he says politely. And just when he's starting to wonder if the world has completely gone bonkers, he's shouting, "The roar is near, or maybe it's just your stinky socks." Sniffle-Snort sniffs his feet. Oops. Suddenly, a gang of ninja squirrels on pogo sticks zoom by yelling, "Roar School is that way!" One hands him a banana, wearing sunglasses. "Use this wisely," it whispers. Sniffle-Snort blinks. It's a banana. Then he trips over a giggling rock. Yes, a giggling rock. "Watch it!" The rock chuckles. "I'm practicing my stand-up comedy!" Sniffle-Snort laughs so hard, he hiccups fireflies. They float around his head like tiny disco balls. He tries to roar again. This time, it sounds like a confused chicken. Walk! Roar! A magical cloud shaped like a spaghetti noodle floats by and says, "Maybe your roar is hiding in your belly button." Sniffle-Snort checks. Nope, just cookie crumbs. And just when he's starting to wonder if the world has completely gone bonkers, "You'll need to move 3 times, spin in a circle, and dance like a broccoli." He tries. It doesn't work, but it looks hilarious. So he keeps going. He climbs over Tickle Tummy Hill, where the grass giggles if you step on it. Hey, that tickles! Even his shadow starts laughing. And just when he thinks things can't get any weirder, first stop, the Windy Wizard of Woo Woo Mountain. The wind there sings like a chicken and smells like bubblegum socks. Sniffle-Snort tiptoes up the twisty trail, whoosh! A huge gust of wind blows his backpack upside down. And now the spaghetti lollipops are stuck to his head. Suddenly, poof! A door made of dancing toast appears. Out pops the Windy Wizard. With a beard so long, 2 squirrels are camping in it. And he's riding a unicycle made of cheese. "Who dares enter my windy whirly zone?" he shouts. Sniffle-Snort bows and farts a bubble accidentally. The wizard blinks. "Impressive," he says. Then he starts floating upside down and pulling things from his beard. A trumpet, a rubber duck, a sock with googly eyes that screams, "I'm alive!" Sniffle-Snort giggles so hard he hiccups glitter. The wizard flies in circles and finally says, "Ah yes, to find your roar, young dragon." The wizard says, "You must stand on 1 foot, eat a banana sideways and yell, 'Toast!'" Sniffle-Snort blinks. Okay. So he lifts 1 foot, munches the banana sideways like a crab, and yells, "Twast!" A flock of toast actually falls from the sky. 1 slice smacks him on the nose. Another lands perfectly on his tail. And 1 piece whispers, "Shh, I'm undercover," and tiptoes away carefully, avoiding puddles shaped like llamas. Then, deep in the sparkle bubble forest, he stumbles upon a singing bush. Yes, a bush that sings "Twinkle, twinkle" in jazz style. "Twinkle, twinkle, little dragon, you can't roar and that's not braggin'." Sniffle-Snort tries to sing back, but he ends up hiccuping glitter. Hick, hick, hick! Hit you shine! Now everything around him is sparkly, including a confused squirrel wearing sunglasses. Suddenly, he hears snoring, loud snoring, coming from a pink cloud, and that's when he meets a sleepy unicorn who suggests singing opera, but not just any opera. No, no, yawns the unicorn, blinking slowly. It must be underwater opera, wearing jelly shoes. Sniffle-Snort blinks. Underwater what? Now? Before he can say another word, splash! They're both in a giant singing fishbowl with seahorses holding tiny violins. La la, rola. Sniffle-Snort sings, but not just any song, oh no. He belts out, twinkle toes and dragon sneeze, give me roars and cheesy peas. Suddenly, bloop, a fish in sunglasses pops up and says, cool tune, bro, but you might have broken the bubble meter. The water starts fizzing like soda. The jelly shoes do the cha-cha. And the unicorn? Still snoring. Za, 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 ra, zoo, ba-anana, ketchup. Wait, now it's bananas and ketchup? Sniffle. Snort pokes the unicorn gently. Excuse me, magical, sleepy horn thing. Can I please borrow your sparkle horn for a quick roar fix? No response, except a fart bubble. Then sploosh! A fishbowl wave crashes over him like a wobbly water slide. He spins, slips, and lands upside down in a bowl of singing sea snails. Excuse me, says one snail politely. You're sitting on my opera rehearsal. Sniffle-Snort says, sorry, and squishes out of the bowl, dripping from horn to tail, shoes still jiggling, brain slightly scrambled. So wet and confused, and still wearing jelly shoes, he climbs out of the fishbowl and squishes onward. Then poof! A puff of glitter smoke explodes beside him. A frog wizard who gives him a roar potion. It turns him green and makes him burp soap bubbles. Sniffle-Snort looked at himself. He was now bright green, with purple spots and hiccuping tiny soap hearts. Hick bloop! Hick bloop! Is this how roaring works? He asked. The frog wizard scratched his chin and said, maybe I gave you the wrong potion. That might be my bubble giggle juice. Or foot cream. Just then, every time Sniffle-Snort hiccuped, a bubble shaped like a chicken came out. One bubble even sang opera. La la la! Chirp! Sniffle! Snort tried to look serious, but his hiccups made him float up like a squeaky balloon. Then, pop! He bounced off a tree, landed in a tutu shop, and came out wearing a pink sparkly skirt. I don't know if this helps my roar, he mumbled, but it does make my butt shiny. So he kept going. He slurped a cactus smoothie from a desert duck, jumped on a trampoline made of marshmallows, and accidentally joined a dance-off with a group of jelly bean pirates. Still no roar, he sighed, flopping down on a mushroom that said, ouch! He looked up at the sky. I've tried potions, unicorns, tickle mountains, dancing broccoli, and even foot cream. Maybe I'm just the dragon who can't roar. His shoulders drooped. His sparkle skirt sagged. His soap bubbles fizzled. And with a tiny sniffle, back in Dragonville, it's almost time for the annual Big Roar Contest. Colorful banners are flying, dragons are stretching their necks, and the ice cream cart is running out of triple chocolate fudge frosting sundaes. But where's Sniffle-Snort? Hiding in a tiny bush. That's way too small. His tail is sticking out, and a squirrel is using his wing as a trampoline. Sniffle-Snort whispers to himself, what if I go up there, open my mouth, and a banana falls out? He imagines the crowd gasping. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not a roar. That's a smoothie accident. Then he worries, What if I try to roar and just sneeze confetti again? Which actually happened once, took 3 weeks to clean. He peeks at the other dragons. One is doing neck push-ups, another is oiling his scales for extra shimmer, and the biggest one, Megamouth Max, has already broken 3 microphones just warming up. Sniffle-Snort sighs. I'll be the first dragon in history who meows. Sniffle-Snort flopped onto a rock with a dramatic sigh. He puffed a tiny smoke ring that spelled, "Why," in the air. Just then, a butterfly wearing sunglasses landed on his nose and said, "Maybe you just need to believe in your roar." Sniffle-Snort blinked. "Butterflies can talk now." The butterfly winked, did a backflip, and vanished in a puff of glitter. Poof! Then came the squirrel choir. Yes, a full squirrel choir, wearing boaties, singing, "You can do it, just don't chew it. Let your roar fly through it." Sniffle-Snort clapped. Catchy! Still no roar. He tried, drinking dragon tea, which tasted like burnt pancakes, humming backward, sniffing a sock that once belonged to a roaring T-Rex. Nothing worked. Sniffle-Snort sighed again, rolled down a tiny hill like a burrito, and landed face first in a pile of rainbow feathers. He giggled. Of course, the world wants a meowing dragon with feather breath. And just when all hope seemed poofed, but then he sneezes. The sneeze tickles a tiny feather stuck in his nose the whole time. The biggest, most epic dragon roar ever shakes the sky. All the dragons cheer. The grumpy troll does a cartwheel. And the unicorn yells, "Subscribe to Kitty Tales before this dragon sneezes again." Sniffle-Snort giggles, "Yeah, or I'll roar your cookies into outer space." And that's how the funniest dragon ever found his roar. Thanks for giggling with us today, little legends. Don't forget to hit the like button with your dragon tail and fly back soon for more silly adventures from Kitty Tales. Bye-bye! Roar!